What are we making today, Strauss?
Today we are making keto coffee cake.
I tried it. It's very delicious.
Spoilers. So we're using a mixer. You don't have to use a mixer. You can do this in bowls. Do the wet and the dry. We're just gonna mix it all together, mix it up, make it easy, and it's gonna turn out awesome. So let's start with our wet stuff. Let's start with a nice 2/3 cup heavy cream.
Heavy cream, okay.
This is a keto recipe, so we're using like heavy cream rather than like milk or anything else that's gonna have some extra carbs in there.
Extra fat too, which is very keto friendly.
Very keto friendly. Next, we're gonna add 2/3 cup of butter, melted butter.
Why melted? Does it matter?
I feel like it incorporates and mixes a little bit easier than if you have like a softened butter or even like butter like straight out of the fridge. It's like rock hard. Same thing with the cream cheese. We're gonna add cream cheese to this. And this is 8 ounces of cream cheese, softened. Just dump it all in there.
All right.
Yeah. You want it to easily mix and blend together. It's all good stuff going in so far. This wouldn't be keto without using some kind of artificial sweetener. So I've got this Truvia stuff that's erythritol and stevia. It's a combo blend. I really like this stuff. It's pretty good, but you could use any sweetener that you want. I'm gonna have you put in 6 tablespoons.
Wow, 6. That's kind of a lot, huh?
It's kind of a lot.
No, I did
It's
keto.
a big cake.
I did keto for a few months, but I didn't bake a lot doing keto. I kept it like real simple.
This is like as a dessert. I mean, and it's bread, cake kind of thing. So that's half tablespoons right there.
So I need to do 12 of these?
Yeah.
That's so much.
So I like doing that though when you're cooking, like use the half size or the quarter sizes. Because then you only have to get a few things dirty. You don't have to get like your 1 tablespoon, your half tablespoon, your quarter tablespoon.
I feel like that's such a guy thing to say.
Well, I don't want to clean a bunch of dishes.
I know. Seems like so much sugar. 10.
Have you seen how much sugar goes into cake?
A lot. 11. 12.
Yeah,
but normally they're just like, hey, put a cup in, and I feel better about 1 cup versus 12 tablespoons.
Not
it's
12,
intimidating.
6 tablespoons.
Oh, 6
I'm sorry,
half
12
tablespoons. Half tablespoons.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, if people aren't doing keto and they want to use real sugar, can they use real sugar in this recipe?
For sure. Yeah, you absolutely could.
Same ratio?
Probably not. You're probably going to need more sugar. Usually the artificial ones kind of give you like a more concentrated version.
Okay, that makes sense.
So you're going to use like less of it, but it's going to be just as sweet as the real thing. But some of them, depending on the blend and if it's like Splenda or if it's, you know, Truvia or there's Swerve, like there's all sorts of things out there. There's liquid, there's powder. Like you kind of have to know the rules for each artificial sweetener and how it relates to regular sugar. But for this, if you're using Truvia, you can use 6 tablespoons or like around a cup, maybe a little, like a cup and a half of sugar. Next, we're gonna add the baking powder. This is 2 teaspoons.
2 teaspoons, okay.
But you're using a half teaspoon, so you gotta do 4.
Oh, right, wow. I would be bad at this. I like dirty dishes more than math. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4.
This is all going in some random order, so we're just gonna do vanilla extract next.
All right.
We're gonna do 1 teaspoon of that.
See, when it comes to vanilla, I usually just dump a bunch in.
No, you don't want to do too much.
I love, the more vanilla, the better. Wait, 1 teaspoon?
1 teaspoon.
That seems like not enough.
That's enough. If you do too much, you can get kind of some of that.
I actually did that on accident, but I'm not minding about it.
That's fine. We're gonna do a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'll let you do that.
1/4 teaspoon.
See,
like
we could have done it all with the 1/4 teaspoon, but that would have been like way too many scoops, and I knew that was gonna be
I'm gonna wash
issue,
off this studio. Okay.
Then we're gonna do a teaspoon of cinnamon.
Okay. Oh, except for I already got my my teaspoon wet.
Oh shoot, we should have done it. Well,
that's okay. We'll do it.
Yeah, we'll do it the 1/4. That's right.
We'll do quarters.
Yeah. Yeah, 1/4 teaspoon 4 times is 1 teaspoon.
It seems like more. Just because you're spacing it out, you know?
It's never gonna be like exactly super precise unless you're weighing all your measurements. We're gonna do 3 eggs, 3 full eggs. Make sure not get any shells in. Nicely done. The first time I tried this recipe, I did 2 eggs and it wasn't quite like fluffy enough and it didn't have like kind of the bonding, and then 3 made it perfect. So.
You know what I really liked about this recipe? When you use alternative flours, sometimes it gets really dense. This one wasn't super dense. It was still kind of nice and light.
I think it's like the baking powder helps with that. The eggs help with that. Like you want to keep it kind of fluffy, so yeah, it's not like a brick.
Yeah, this one wasn't like a brick. And I've definitely had keto recipes that were bricks.
Yeah, this should turn out pretty light and crumbly, similar to like any kind of regular coffee cake. Speaking of flour, we've got a cup of almond flour and a cup of coconut flour.
Almond flour going in.
Go for it.
All right, and coconut flour.
And I like to use the blend just to have some variety of flavor. The coconut's a little bit sweeter, the almond's a little bit nuttier. I think it blends nicely rather than using all almond flour or all coconut flour, but you certainly could if you wanted to or you didn't have anything else. This was for measuring that, so we don't need that anymore. We could mix all this, but I'll do a secret ingredient.
Oh, there's a secret ingredient.
Well, it's coffee cake, and coffee cake doesn't traditionally have coffee in it.
No, it doesn't.
But I think this one deserves some coffee in it, just for fun. So get any of your favorite, kind of cold brew, 1/3 of a cup of the coffee.
Yum.
Cold brew. You don't want it like hot. You don't want to cook the eggs or anything like that. So a cool, nice coffee.
Definitely
you can make a fresh cup, your favorite coffee, whatever it is. Toss that in there. That's just a little extra liquid to kind of help it turn into the nice batter we're looking for.
And some good flavor, unique flavor in there.
Yeah. It doesn't really come through too much. I feel like coffee cake should have coffee in it.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, the point is that you eat it with coffee.
But like carrot cake has carrot in it. You don't eat it with carrots. Coffee cake should have coffee. Gonna give this a nice little mix.
This is my kind of recipe. You
Could
just
do it by hand.
all in.
Yeah, just dump it all in. So this is based on my grandma's banana bread recipe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I took her banana bread recipe, which is not keto friendly. And I was like, I'll use this as a nice base.
Okay.
And the first time I did it, it turned into like a sweet cream cake.
Yes.
So like if you don't like cinnamon for some reason, you could always keep the cinnamon out and it's more, I don't know, how would you describe it? It's just like a vanilla cake.
I liked it because it had like little chunks of cream cheese in it. It was good.
So it's kind of like cheesecake, kind of like just sweet cream cake.
Yeah.
But with the cinnamon, turns out like coffee cake. It's awesome.
Definitely coffee cake.
See?
It's very fluffy.
Yeah, it's kind of like almost, reminds me of like ice cream. I don't know why.
Oh, I could see that. I was gonna say whipped cream, so
sure,
there you go.
Yeah. You don't have to use the mixer, just makes it easy.
Yeah, I would not like to do this by hand.
Just scrape it down. You don't want any like ingredients sticking to the edge. Make sure everything gets nice and incorporated. Give this another little spin. Tastes pretty good.
Tastes like salmonella with those raw eggs?
Yeah.
No.
I didn't hear you, what'd you say?
I said, does it taste like salmonella with those raw eggs?
Oh, yeah. If I get sick.
We'll know why. Did you lick the beater when you were little?
All the time.
All the time. I never got sick.
That's why like cookie
That's
dough
childhood.
is a thing. Like,
well, I know.
Cookie dough flavor.
But now they don't do it with eggs in it.
I know, but popularized because of people just eating cookie dough.
Right.
Awesome. This is looking really good. So now all we need to do is just put this all in a pan. What is it? Is it a 9x5?
Yeah.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna take this bowl off. Perfect.
Great.
All right, I'll get this out of the way.
All right. Okay, and you greased this pan already, right?
Yeah.
What did you use?
You could use any kind of cooking spray. I just took a little olive oil and kind of rubbed it all over with a paper towel. If you don't, you might get some of it sticking to the edges and kind of ripping as you take it out once it's done. So it just helps make sure that it kind of crisps up those edges and they don't stick.
This is an arm workout.
I know, the thing's heavy, right?
It's heavy.
I'm glad you're doing it.
Ugh. Okay.
And yeah, just kind of flatten the batter down. It's not super liquidy. It's more of like a Play-Doh kind of paste kind of thing.
It's like fluffy Play-Doh.
Yeah. And if you want, depending on how you want the texture on the top, you could kind of have it all like rippled, you could have it all smooth.
Did I ripple smooth that correctly?
Yeah.
All right.
You just want to, anything that's like higher up is gonna cook and kind of bake a little bit faster, especially if it's a thinner kind of like peak. So if you want things to be extra toasty in certain spots, you can do that, or you can just smooth it all out so it's all flat and even and bakes the same way.
Beautiful.
There you go.
I like it.
Super easy. Got some extra on here. I just take my finger, There's one tricky spot, this recipe.
I was gonna say, don't we just have to put it in the oven?
We're gonna put it in the oven. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do it at 400.
400.
For 15 minutes.
Okay.
And then we're gonna drop it to 350 and we're gonna bake it another 30 minutes.
Oh, okay, why?
We want it to get kind of nice and toasty on top and around the edges, but then let it bake at the lower temperature longer to get kind of the insides nice and baked thoroughly.
Okay, so 450 for 15 minutes and then 30 minutes.
400.
Oh, 400.
400.
For 15 minutes. 350 for half an hour.
Correct.
Okay,
so
that's not bad.
45 minutes total. Basically, with any kind of dense cake like this, where you're trying to get the heat to the center, you want to cook lower temperature for longer, so you're not burning the edges and leaving the center raw.
Makes sense. Just
like any kind of cooking. I don't know, that's probably a pretty common baking tip, but if it's your first time baking and you want to try a keto recipe, keep that in mind. Let's go put this in the oven.
Let's put it in the oven.
45 minutes.
Yep.
And we'll have some delicious coffee cake. Keto coffee cake.
Keto coffee cake. We're back.
Back from the oven.
Woo.
Looks awesome.
So good.
Nice and toasty on the top. Done all the way through.
Yes.
Now it's just time for the taste
test.
test.
Taste it. Okay, can you eat this right out of the oven?
Well, you want to let it cool a little
Okay,
bit so everything just sets and it's not, you know, sometimes the stuff's too hot coming right out of the oven. It's still a little too moist, a little too tender.
Yeah.
So this has been sitting for probably like 30 minutes, maybe an hour.
Okay.
If it's really, really good and you just want to dive right in, go for it. It's not going to taste bad. It just might break on you.
Right,
but
it'll just be harder to get it out of the pan.
Letting it cool lets it kind of all set, all firm up, makes it easy to take out and easy to slice.
Go for it.
Dive in, just take a little bite or a big bite.
Or a big bite. That was a big bite.
You know, what you want. It's super fluffy. It could be sweeter.
No.
You don't like it?
I like it just the way it is.
I think I'd like it a little sweeter. I don't know, it's not very desserty, you know?
It's perfect coffee cake. Don't listen to him.
If you like it sweeter, put some more sweetener in there.
If you add too much of the stevia too, you get that weird aftertaste. This doesn't have the weird aftertaste.
That's true. Oh, we need coffee.
Oh, yeah.
No, there's coffee in it, that's okay.
There's coffee in it.
If you want to make it a little bit sweeter, but you don't want to add more sweetness to it, what you could do is do like a cream cheese frosting, you know, like for the top. That would be really good.
Yum.
And that's basically just cream cheese, heavy cream, vanilla, and some kind of sweetener. Mix that all together and do a drizzle on top, make a little frosting.
Now we're talking.
That would be good, but I like it without.
He's eating it off the table. He likes it so much.
Well, I don't want these crumbs to go to waste.
No.
Let us know if you end up making this. If you like keto recipes and this is one of your favorites, let us know. If it doesn't turn out for whatever reason, let us know too. Ours worked, so yours should too. It's very easy. But you really can't go wrong.
Nope.
Thanks, Jess. Appreciate it.
Thanks, John.
All right, I'm digging it.
Wait.